Okay, good day everyone. It's Total Investor here, everyone's favorite YouTube investment and trading channel. What we normally do on this particular YouTube channel is we use technical analysis and reviewing chart patterns for stocks, commodities, and cryptos, and decide whether or not we can make money investing or trading them. Today, I'd like to look at 5 specific stock charts that may have some very profitable, potentially profitable trading patterns. And before I go any further, everything I say is for educational purposes only. Nothing should be seen as financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Okay, so let's start off with the first one, and it is the only one that is a penny stock. It's ENZC, ENZC. Okay, and let's just look at the most recent part here. After it bottomed out at around the 10-cent level, it tripled in value and then pulled back to around, I believe this is the 15-cent level. So we had a nice good pullback, and it seems to have found a floor here, some support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That is strong and significant support. We do see that today it just broke above the 50 level on the RSI, so that is positive. And unfortunately, we still have the DIs giving mixed signals back and forth, but that's just because it is consolidating here. But I think that it won't take much for this thing to move higher, and that should give us a buy signal here with the DIs, with the moving average, and with the RSI. But we will. What I will do is wait and see. So this is on the watch list for now. Okay. Next is NIO. This one is very popular with certain people who are on the forums. This just recently, back in mid-May, it has gone from the low 30s all the way up to 55, and we had a pullback. It pulled back just slightly more than the Fibonacci retracement of 62%, way back up to the upper 30s. I think that was about $38.50. So it pulled back nicely, and what we have, if we put a trend line, I didn't draw a trend line here simply because it'd be too messy here. But if we draw a trend line from this top to this top and carry through, we see that the stock just broke through that downward trend line today. Okay, the RSI is above 50. That's a positive. The stock is now above the 10-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, and both of them are sloping upwards, and we just got a crossover on the DI. So everything is go on NIO for now. Okay, now what is the target? Well, how do you find the target? You take this particular the bottom here, which was at let's call it $31 all the way up to 55. That's what, $24. We add that to this price, and we're getting a price in the, let's call it the mid 60s. It'll probably stop at around the previous high because that's where we have resistance. So that is a target from here, an extra roughly $20 from where it is right now. Okay, again, it is a target. It does not mean that it has to trade there. If the chart pattern starts reversing, well, you put in a stop and you get out. Okay, but technically that's where the price target would be based on this particular pattern. Okay, next is PLBY. This is the company that owns PLBY. We've seen that it had a nice move from $10 all the way up to 63, and we had a major pullback. Again, more than the 62% Fibonacci retracement. It actually pulled back, I believe that was about 65%. That's fine, but we seem to have found a floor at around $27 right now. If we draw a downtrend line from here, this high, through this high, we see that the trend line has now been broken. Now the stock has not moved up. It is just moving sideways. Okay, so it's been consolidating for several trading days now, and unfortunately that's all that it's doing. But it is promising because we see that the RSI has bottomed and is slowly moving upwards. That's a good sign. Okay, and that's all we can say for now. It's just a sign that it looks like might be the bottom. Still needs a lot of work here because both moving average are sloping downwards here. The 50-day, the green is the 10-day, and the stock is still below that. The RSI is still below 50, and the DIs are still in negative. Okay, so still bearish. However, I'm going to put this on my watch list because it looks like it is bottoming, or at least showing some support where it is right now. And it has potential to move substantially higher if this is the bottom. Okay, so for now, this is on the watch list. Next, SGOC. SGOC. We see that we had a huge spike in the low 2s, and just in a matter of 2 days, it spiked up and hit $29. Okay, pulled back aggressively, sold off big time, about 78%, which is huge, but it seems to have found some kind of a floor support in this level. It touched, I believe that's 780. I could be wrong on that price. Regardless, we're just below $8 once, twice, and that's where we're moving sideways for now. The DIs are still showing it as bullish, and we are still above 50 on the RSI. Okay, so this, I'm going to again say this is a wait and see. It's on the watch list, watching this every day. I would like the volume to spike up a little bit here, and if the stock does move up, that will also be an indicator to show us that it might want to move higher. So again, SGOC is on the watch list. And finally, SPACE, SPCE, which is the Virgin Galactic Holdings, bottomed out at just below $15, rocketed higher to $57.50, no pun intended. So that was almost a 4x in just over a month's time. That pulled back, look at that, almost to the maximum Fibonacci retracement. It's just below $30. I believe that's about $29, and it has moved sideways. So it looks like this appears to be a floor, a level of support that seems to be quite, seems to be working here. We noticed that the RSI has also leveled off. It's not going any further, and we are getting a little bit of a blip here recently. Maybe we can see 50 or the crossing of 50 tomorrow or the day after, hopefully very soon. And if that should happen, we should also be seeing the DIs crossing into bullish territory. That would also mean that it will cross above the short-term moving average, the 10-day moving average. Maybe it'll be enough for the 50. I don't know, but we'll see. So hopefully we can get that movement soon on the price, and with some decent volume going through as well. Okay, so again, those are the 5. Let's see if I have another one. Oh, no. Okay, so that was the last one, SPCE. Again, mostly watch list. Wait for the stock to give me the buy signal. I'm not going to say when. I need the stock to tell me when it's going to move. Okay, the stock has to confirm it. So this is my interpretation of the charts. Again, it is not recommendations to buy or sell. It's just strictly for educational purposes. What I would like from you is to just down below the video, there's a big red bar that says subscribe. Please click the subscribe button. That will allow you, or that will allow YouTube to notify you whenever there is a new video out. Okay, so click that now. Also, big thumbs up. And if you have any questions on these particular charts, any other stock charts that you would like to review, also for commodities and even cryptos, which I will probably be doing in a matter of days. Okay, so with that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.